Hello, labas vakaras. Welcome to Rasa's kitchen. Tonight we will be making cepelinai. We've got some ingredients. We will have two types of cepelinai today. One with a cottage cheese, dry cottage cheese without any cream in it. And another we've got some minced pork, where we will use for inside. Also we've got some onion and a couple of eggs. Onion we will use to mix with the meat, and one egg also, and then with the cheese we will use just one egg. At the same time we will have a sauce, which we will need some diced, small diced belly pork, and some onion, large chopped onion. Also we will need some potatoes, obviously it's main ingredient, that is. About 2.5 kilos of peeled potatoes, which we will be grating later on. Also we need some mashed potatoes. Well, I got in the pan some diced potatoes, which now is cooking, and when it's all cooked we will mash it up. That is 1 kilo potatoes cooking. Right, first thing we will prepare a cheese filling. We will get 1 egg and whisk it with some salt in there. Oops. With that little bit, and we will put that into cheese. We will mix the egg into the cheese, just mixing with a fork. Egg basically will bind the cheese together. Like I say, it's not too soft. I got a 1/2 kilo cheese, I think I forgot to tell you. Right, and that is basically done filling for the cheese. Next one we will do minced pork, where we will need 1/2 kilo also minced pork. We'll put some pepper, salt, and a nicely small diced onion that goes in it. Also we'll need 1 egg. Grab that to the bowl, whisk it. Put into the meat. Right, we'll need to stick our hand in that and try to mix it. Also put a 1 tablespoon flour, so that will bind meat together, just like that. So now just try to mix all meat together. So the onion, bit of pepper, some salt, and the egg. Our potatoes. Right, now our ingredients for inside of the cepelinai is all mixed up, meat and the cheese. Our potatoes just started to boil. We'll put a bit of salt in them. That will take probably about 15 to 20 minutes to cook, so we can mash it. So we leave them boiling. And the next job, it will be grating some potatoes. So I start doing that, it will be a bit noisy. I've done about 1/3 the potatoes, which I grated. Now we will have again a saucepan with a colander and the muslin cloth on top. We will pour our grated potatoes into that. Get all corners together. We have to squeeze it out as much juice as we can, so we have a nice and dry grated potato mixture in the end. So I start a bit over the colander in that saucepan. Like you can see, it's really juicy, coming out a lot. Right, because now it's getting drier, so it's getting harder to squeeze. And now I've got another saucepan prepared with the little chopping board in it, so I can turn, and that will help for me to squeeze all juice out. Still quite soft, so I have to keep squeezing until no juice will come out. That is probably the hardest job with making cepelinai. Shaking all together down to the bottom. You can see that is getting drier, but I think I might manage just a little bit more. Much, but still a little bit coming out. I see that little chopping board and saucepan just helps where to rest, so I can squeeze it more. Right, that will do for this one. Right, now I finished doing all potatoes. I grate it all, squeeze as much juice as I can, and like you can see, first ball I made is actually getting browner, changing the colour, and the last one is still quite light. But that doesn't matter, that's how potatoes goes. So now our potatoes, which have been boiling, is cooked enough to get them drained and need mashing. So that is the next job on the list. And I also put another big saucepan with some water, so that can get boiling. So when it's all cepelinai made, we can straight away start cooking. Right, so I get just potatoes and nicely drained. I just need to mash them. You don't need no butter, no milk, no cream, just basically just cooked potatoes and mashed without anything in it. So right, I give a very good mashing to the potato, so it's no lumps, it's all cooling down also. More you mash, more it cools down. So still quite hot. Dried grated potatoes, I just making like a well into them, and basically we will put our mash in there, and will be still quite hot, so I get with a spoon and start fold it in, mixing together at the start, because obviously our boiled potatoes is still hot, but the heat from the potatoes, it will preserve a bit of colour, so where our grated potatoes start getting brown, it will actually stop at that moment, so it will be a lighter mixture also. Right, early on when I was doing a grating potatoes, we saved the potato juice all in a saucepan. So now, steady, without mixing anything up, we have to drain it, the top liquid, into another saucepan. And what we left was some potato flour, and obviously depending on the type of potato, how much you will have. But just scoop all into the mixture of a grated potato and the mashed potato into the bowl. Now with a hand, because this mixture slightly cooled down, just mix everything really good. So grated and the mash is all mixed up in one without any lumps, and that will be our mixture prepared for making cepelinai of the top layer. Okay, we've got now everything prepared to make cepelinai. We've got our potato mixture, we got the cheese mixture, meat mixture, and also I got a bowl with some water. I will show you cepelinai. We get about tennis ball size potato mixture. Put that into your palm, flatten it out, and get with a spoon some cheese mixture what we prepared earlier. Put that in the middle, turn together, squeeze the edges so you can't see any cheese coming out, and then you just have to tap that in your hands. I dip my hands into the wet water, cold water, and that helps potato to smooth and to stick together, so there's no seams left where we put the cheese in. And basically that is the first cheese cepelinai, right? And I got here a few more what I made earlier. You can see they are